Next up, I'm going to do a quick walk around on the trailer before we actually attach. So you can see I put the hitch in there. I've got the pin set up. So we'll go through that here in just a moment. But as we walk around the trailer, you can see that we'll have wood blocks to help stabilizers. This is hand crank. So once we raise this up to get our trailer hitch underneath, get the ball in there, we'll go through this again here in just a moment. We'll lock it into place. You're going to need, this is a 2 5/16 ball. So it's this here. That's going to fit securely in here. Anything less is going to float around. And trust me, I've had that experience where I've had a 2-inch ball, and this does not really secure anything on a 2-inch ball. So if you go over a speed bump, you run the risk of this just coming detached. So we don't want that. If we need to use my 2 5/16, we can, we will. That's going to be your safe travel. So we're going to lower the ball inside here. We're going to crank it down, have it lie onto the ball hitch, and we're going to lock it like that in place. So again, we'll review that here in just a moment. Here's your propane tank. That should be nice and full. I keep that closed. You'll want to keep this prepared for if you need hot water for the shower, for the sink, or even for the, hot shower or the sink. There's a battery there. Again, we'll go over connecting here in a few moments. This is your fresh tank fill. You're not going to need this unless you're going to really a dry camp or a camp that does not have city water or well water. You're going to fill this up once you get to the campsite if they have it, like some state and regional parks who have the ability to fill this up. So when you get there, you'll fill this up. It'll give you water for your trip. Otherwise, leave it alone. You're going to use this if you have the city connection. It's literally a hose in the compartment that I showed you previously. You'll connect the hose in here, connect it to the well water and or the city water, and you'll have free-flowing water. There is an adapter on the hose that takes the water pressure down. You always want to check that in the water pressure, because if you plug in something that has too strong a water pressure, you'll blow out all the piping and flood the trailer. So we obviously don't want to do that. If you do need to drain the water that's remaining in the pipes and in the trailer, clean water, this is your low point drain right here. I keep it open for now. So if you were to use this tank up here with the fresh tank, and before you start traveling, you don't want to travel with hundreds of pounds of water. So you'll go ahead and drain that. So that's closed. That's open. Right now I have it open. Here's your power outlet for the electrical. Here you see this 3-prong. I have this long black cord inside the compartment as well. That's simply going to plug in, and then it's going to screw on, and you're just going to keep it covered. So it's 30 amp, 125 volt, and that's going to keep any rain out, any water out. You can see we do have some good suspension and good tires on here. I don't recommend going like deep off-road, as you will probably throw all sorts of stuff inside the cabin around, but also it's just not probably best for the trailer to do any real off-roading, but it can handle some mild, gravel and little bumps better than some of the flatter tires and stiffer suspension. This here, I have gloves. This is going to be your most important component here. When you do get to a facility that has the ability to connect sewage, the sewage is going to be inside the bumper, and you'll want to use the opposite side by the license plate. Here, there's some gloves inside the trailer. You'll pull this out. You can see it has these connectors. You'll pull this out, and it keeps it away from, obviously your electrical cords and your water hoses. So I'll reconnect that. You'll pull that out when you get to the campsite, and you'll basically untighten this, put it on there, squeeze it on, and leave it like that. Okay, so when you go to drain your pipes, you're going to drain your black water first. That's here. That's going to be your sewage, okay, your toilet water. So when you're ready to drain, you're going to just pull that out and let it drain. You'll see the tube. It's got a clear window in the tube. You're going to pull that out and let it completely drain. Okay, you might even have to walk the hose a little bit, kind of get some of that stuff flowed through there. And then once that's done, you're going to close the black. So black for dirt, black for dirty, number 2, all that good stuff. And then you're going to go through and pull the gray. The gray is like your shower water, your sink water. So it's cleaner. And that's good because that's going to go through and kind of clean out the pipe as well. So first, let it drain, push it back in. Second is the gray water, clean it out, and just keep that connected. As long as you're at the site, keep it connected. So I generally connect it when I get there, and then I'll maybe drain and run it through a couple times before I leave. And before I leave, obviously I'll drain it one more time and then put the hose away. So the hose again will go squeeze right back into here, but it fits best on the other side.